Good evening, Tigers, and welcome to 23 News. I'm Graham Ambrose.
I'm Allie Smith.
And I'm Madison Ricks. It's time for this week's Mizzou News to Know.
According to the University of Missouri's website, students from over 100 countries across the world attend Mizzou. The international student community on campus is vibrant and diverse, and that diversity was on display last Saturday as the Missouri International Student Council hosted the International Welcome Party. Many cultures from around the world were represented, and many students took advantage of the opportunity to learn more about cultures they weren't previously familiar with. 23 News reporter Andreas Bussa has more on this event.
The International Welcome Party, an annual event organized by the Missouri International Student Council and the Campus Activities Programming Board, took place Saturday night in the MU Student Center. The event included tables representing dozens of different countries and cultures and is meant to highlight the diversity in the community.
The International Welcome Party is a great opportunity for people to learn about a lot of the nationalities and cultures represented at Mizzou by inviting about 15 cultural organizations to come and participate.
The free food was, unsurprisingly, a massive draw for college students and other community members. But food wasn't the only reason students and staff attended this event.
Well, there's quite a few international students, so we ask them to do things, and then when they have events like this, then we want to support them as well. So it kind of goes both ways.
I think that's important because it helps us, as someone who's from Missouri, I've never left the country, but I get a taste of other countries just from being around different people without having to travel anywhere.
But local students weren't the only ones to gain from this multicultural experience.
I think when we say diversity, sometimes we think like diversity is only having people from other cultures in same environment, but I think diversity is more of like knowing about other cultures.
I think it's good for other people to learn about other people's identities, their culture, and just to experience different foods.
After more than a year since the last International Welcome Party, MISC wasn't sure the tradition would survive.
I was just nervous that people wouldn't come in general and that cultural orgs maybe wouldn't come or we couldn't get in touch with them. But honestly, it went great, I think.
By all accounts, the event was a success. Attendance doubled to 1,600 people compared to the last welcome party in January of 2020. Andreas Busse, MUTV 23 News.
Thanks, Andreas, for covering that event. The annual True False Film Festival may be Columbia's best-known celebration of filmmaking, but it certainly isn't the city's only one. From September 23rd to the 25th, directors, producers, actors, and film lovers gather at the North Village Studios patio to partake in the 2021 Como Shorts Film Festival. In addition to the screenings and musical performances, attendees also had the opportunity to pitch their own films, with the winners being voted on by the audience and receiving over $1,000 in cash that goes towards the production of their film idea. 23 News reporters Savannah Taffy and Trent Davis have more on this event.
On a small patio outside of Fretboard Coffee House on Saturday, September 25th, a group of filmmakers and film lovers joined together to enjoy the screening of their cinematic creation.
A lot of indie filmmakers put blood, sweat, and tears into their work, and then their only way to share it may be YouTube, and you never really get to meet your audience that way.
Como Shorts is all about providing filmmakers with the opportunity to screen their films for a live audience and gain exposure. There was also a guest singer that serenaded the audience before the screening.
Can't you hear that sound? Those wheels keep turning round, it goes so loud.
The audience members that came out to see the films consisted of film lovers, the actors and actresses from the films, and the filmmakers themselves. They were able to share their love for the craft.
I love the feeling of going in the theater or being at home and just getting sucked into a different world and being kind of taken away. And I love that. I want to create that for people.
Giving the audience the experience of being wrapped into it. So enjoying, a story that you wouldn't really see anywhere else.
The filmmakers were also able to see their work on the big screen for the first time. One of the creators of the films, Jordan Lundy, was given the honor of his film being called The Secret Screening. Como Shorts continues to accept film entries in support of filmmakers who seek exposure and are willing to spread their creativity. This is Savannah Tappy and Trin Davis reporting from MUTV 23.
Thanks, Savannah and Trin, for covering that event. And finally, many Mizzou students double as athletes, participating in NCAA competition against other college athletes throughout the week. But for students who prefer to play in a more casual environment, Intramural Sports is the way to go. Mizzou offers a number of intramural leagues and tournaments throughout the year that help students from all backgrounds scratch that competitive itch without the hassle of having to travel out of state. 23 News reporter Victoria Shore has more on this story.
Whether it's football, basketball, volleyball, or soccer, there's an intramural sports team for everyone at Mizzou. Students can become involved in intramurals through the residential hall, campus organization, or Greek chapter. They're a great way for students to get active and make friends, but they also give their peers an opportunity to watch games and have fun.
Stankowski Field is filled by students most nights, whether they're practicing or participating in games. One freshman student says she simply comes to watch her friends.
I just really love coming to flag football games so that I can support my floor mates and see them thrive where they love to be. And it's just such a fun environment with everyone coming out and supporting the team.
The Mizzou Rec website states that every intramural sport is designed to help individuals grow socially, physically, and mentally. That competitiveness and camaraderie is evident when they play.
If individuals want to be involved with intramurals but don't want to play on a team, they can apply to be a sports official on the Mizzou Rec website. For MUTV, Victoria Shore.
Thanks, Victoria, for covering this story. That concludes this week's Mizzou News to Know. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram and Twitter at MUTV23 and visit our website at mutv.missouri.edu. I'm Allie Smith.
And I'm Graham Ambrose.
And I'm Madison Riggs. Thanks for watching, Tigers, and have a great week.